I need new drawers. I need new pants. My pants are too big. Okay, square root of 12 times the square root of 6. Alright, rule number 1, if you're ever multiplying radicals, I want you guys to put it over here, off to the side somewhere. Multiply what is on the outside of radicals together and multiply what is on the inside of radicals together. So multiply what is on the outside of the radicals together and multiply what's on the inside. Yep. So we're going to multiply what's on the outside. Now look at this problem real quick. Outside numbers are numbers that are right here and right here. Luckily in this problem right here, the very beginning of them, there's nothing on the outside, right? Which is real nice. But there is numbers on the inside, so we're going to multiply these two numbers together to get square root of 72. Yeah. So everyone go through real quick and simplify that, and then I'll do it so some people that haven't been here can actually see. You? Well, that's debatable in 6 countries. Okay, quiet. Gavin, Daxton. Remember I told you if you ever have an even number, just divide it by 2, right, and go down. Okay, I'm doing it. Braxton, give me 2 numbers. Yeah.
Oh, 36 and 2.
Okay, what about 18?
9 and 2.
18 and 2. 9 and 4. What about 18?
9 and 2.
There we go. What about 9?
3 and 3.
So there's our tree. So underneath our square root, we're going to have a 3, a 3, a 2, a 2, and a 2. Okay, Braxton, do we have any pairs? What?
3 and a 2.
So we're going to cross one of the 3's out, bring the other one outside. Cross one of the 2's out, bring the other one outside. So on the outside, we're going to have 3 times 2 with the square root of 2, or 6 square root of 2 is going to be your solution. So if you multiply 12, square root of 12 times the square root of 6, you end up with 6 square root of 2, correct?
Yes.
Okay, try this one on your own. Square root of 3 times the square root of 15. Really hard next problem. We're going from here, here, back down to here, back to here. That's the other day. It's gonna be a weird day. Okay. Who do I want to call on today? Corb. What do we got to do to get 45? Okay, tell me 2 numbers. 15 and 3. I heard 9 and 5. Sorry. Did we get the same numbers if you go 15 and 3? Yeah, we do. Okay, so underneath our square root, we're going to have a 3, and a 5. Do we have a pair, Corbin? So we bring it out, and there's our solution. Who got that one right? Raise your hand.
Wait, where do you put the 9?
Okay, you can do it differently. That's fine. Okay. Alright, now we're getting, so I just probably told these girls, today we're going to start off, that's the easy part.
Yay.
Now we're going to make a massive jump, and then we're going to come back down after the harder stuff, because we're going to go from numbers to harder numbers to variables to harder variables today, multiplying, okay? So, if we have the square root, and I'm going to show you how to do this problem two different ways. The square root of 72 times 4 square root of 96. Square root of 72, come on, it'll work. Okay, the square root of 72 times 4 times the square root of 96. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. Okay, and I want you to write down both ways, just so you can have two different ways. Now, the first way I told you is you're going to multiply the outside with the outside, the inside with the inside, all right? Okay, so let's do it. What number is right here? There's technically a 1 right here, so 1 times 4 is 4. What's 72 times 96?
6,912.
All right, so we're going to factor 6,912. So, Braxton, you have your calculator handy, right? Okay, divide it by 2.
3,456.
And 2? Okay, 3,456 divided by 2.
1,728.
And 2? What about 1,728?
864.
You are not. Well, I am. Okay, 864.
432.
Okay, 432. 216?
Yeah.
216 is 108.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to start going over here. 108 is 54. I'm off the page, aren't I? Look at this. Look how far down here we are. Okay, everyone good? 27 and 2. No, 9 and 3. 3 and 3. Does everyone see how far? Alright, so here. Everyone see how far down there we have to go on that? Why are you blurry? Come on. Why are you going blurry today? Stop it, computer. Okay, so underneath our square root, so now we're going to go right back up here. We're going to have a 4 on the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 twos.
No.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 3 threes. Okay, so hold on. Braxton, we need to find pairs, right? So we're going to have a pair of 2s, a pair of 2s, a pair of 2s, a pair of 2s, and a pair of 3s, right? Okay, so let me ask you guys a question here. Griffin, when I bring out these numbers, what am I going to do with this 4 that's out here? Thank you, Griffin. Griffin, what am I going to do? So when we bring these numbers out, we're going to multiply them together, but we're also going to multiply them with this 4. So on the outside, we're going to have a 4. We're going to bring out 4 2s and a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 3. Okay? With what left over? Just a 3. So 4 times 2 is 8, 16, 32, 64. 64 times 3 is what? 192 square root of 3 is your solution. Now that's in my opinion, that's the way the majority of you guys would do it. There is another way. It is easier. It is shorter. Okay. Alright. I want somebody to tell me what they think they would do to make this a little easier of a type of problem. Mallory. So yeah, you could find the pairs here, right? That's a way you could do it. What? No, you'd still have the exact same roots. That's a good idea, though.
Get rid of the 4 before you start.
No, can't get rid of the numbers. Okay, watch, Gavin. Stop. So watch with me real quick. If we write down, then I want you guys to write down this problem again with me. So here's our problem again, right? So before I factor, or before I multiply, I'm going to factor. So everyone watch this with me real quick. I'm going to factor this.
So you could simplify before you simplify?
Yeah, so watch with me real quick. Okay? So I'm going to factor the roots before I factor. Before I multiply. So in this one right here, I'm going to have a pair of 2's and a pair of 3's, right? Should have had more. No, we're not. We're good. Okay, so 72 is going to turn into 6 square root of 2. And 96 is going to turn into, look, we have a pair of 2's, we're bringing out multiplied to get 8. Another pair of 2's, we're bringing out multiplied to get 16. 3 times 2 is 6 with the 2 left over. I just didn't bring them back underneath roots. I just didn't put the roots. And I don't know if you think this is any easier. If you do, that's great. If you don't, you can do it the long way. Okay? So look right here. This problem, after you factored it, does look a lot easier than that problem, right? These are the exact same problems. Okay, when we multiply these together, someone help me out. What's 16 times 6?
96.
So this gives us 96 squared of 12. That's not the same answer, though. What's wrong with this answer? Yeah, we could still factor this. Do we get another pair? We're going to bring it out times it to get 198 square root of 3. Is that the same answer? 192, sorry. 192. Sorry. Yes, look right here. Same exact answer.
So wait,
So-
what if you want with the 12? What if you did like 6 by 2?
It's fine. So look right here. If we have a square root of 12 and a square root of 12, we go 6, 2,
And you get
3 and 2, 4 and 3, 2 and 2. We get the exact same roots. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You can factor it any way you want to.
And you'll get the same thing.
Yep. You just got to make sure you get all your roots. Okay. So let's do another one of these. I'm not going to have you do one of these on your own. We're going to do another one of these as a class. I'm going to do it the way that I like to do it. I like to factor first, then multiply, then factor again. You can multiply and factor together. I don't care. But I'm going to do it the way that I like to because I am always right. And Braxton's always wrong. So, okay. So first things first, I'm going to factor the 50. So Dre, help me out. Two numbers that multiply together to be 50.
2.
25 and 2. What about 25? Okay. What about 24, Dre?
12 and 2.
Okay, what about 12?
6 and 2.
What about 6?
3 and 3.
3 and 2.
3 and 2.
Okay. Alright, so 50, look right here. I'm going to just get my pairs from right here. Is everyone okay with that? You don't need to put them underneath the root if you can see them. I would still encourage you, if you can't see them, to put them underneath the root. But, I'll do it just for heck's sake. That turns into that, times 4, 3, times 2, times 2, times 2, turns into that. Okay. Mallory, do we have pairs?
Yeah.
What?
5
5s and then a pair of 2s. So 50 is going to become 5 square root of 2. This pair root of 2, we're going to bring it out and times it to the 4 to get 8 square root of 3 times 2, which is 6. Alrighty? Now we can multiply them together. We multiply the outside numbers together. 5 times 8, which is 40. 2 times 6, which is 12. Yep. Look to factor again. It does to give us 6, 2. 3 and 2. We're going to have a pair of 2's. Bring them out. We get 80. Square root of 3 is our solution.
Now we go.
We got to go to variables. Okay, any questions on that one? Okay. All right, we're moving on. Here we go. If we have the square root of 7c times the square root of 5c. So when we multiply 7c times 5c, we get the square root of 35. What's c times c? Yeah, if you multiply exponents, you add them. So c squared. Okay, so we need to factor this, right? So we did this yesterday with variables. So we can factor 35, but 35 is not going to give us any pairs, right? Does everyone understand that? 35 is going to only give us a 7 and a 5. Is that going to give us any pairs? No, so 35 is going to stay underneath it. But c squared gives us a pair. How many times does 2 go into 2? Once. So we're going to bring the c out, and the 35 stays underneath, and there's your solution. Okay? Here, try this one on your own. Square root of 2x times the square root of 3x. I'm giving you 16 seconds. Okay, multiply 2x and 3x to get 6x squared. Does 6 give you any pairs? Gives you 3 and a 2, right? But you should always check it. See if it gives you any pairs. X squared gives you a pair. It's an even exponent, so you bring them out, and we're left with that as our solution. Who got it right? Okay, we're going to do variables when it gets tougher. Here we go. The square root, come on, of 20xy cubed times the square root of 5x squared y to the 4th. Yep. So you add the exponents. So we multiply the whole numbers together to get the square root of 100. X times x squared is x cubed. Y cubed times y to the 4th is y to the 7th. Yesterday we did those problems just like that, right? After you multiply them. Everyone go through and factor 100 x cubed y to the 7th. Go. You guys can do that. I want you guys to do it.
Add the exponents together. Right?
Yep, add the exponents. Multiply the whole numbers, add the exponents.
Can there be an X on the outside and the inside?
Yes. Yeah, there will be and there will be a Y on the outside and a Y on the inside. But, yeah. Hey, someone tell Dre, because he hasn't been here, how do I know I'll have an X on the outside and an X on the inside?
Just two of them. One next to the next to one.
Right here. Because they're odd, anytime the exponents are odd, you're going to have one on the inside and on the outside.
And you just raise it to whatever it is.
So how many, so I'll show you with the Y. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna factor 100. 50 and 2, 25 and 2, 5 and 5. Oh, that's interesting.
10 on the outside.
Hold on. The square root of 5 times 5 times 2 times 2 times x cubed times y to the 7th. So, we have a pair of 5s and a pair of 2s, so we're going to bring it out, and it makes 10 on the outside, right? Griffin, right? Alright, how many times does 2 go into 3, Dre? So we're going to bring out 1x, then we're going to have 1 left over. And then how many times does 2 go into 7? With 1 left over, and there's your solution. Okay, if we can get 75% of the class that gets this next one right, I'll create your homework. Everyone ready? Everyone breathe through your nose. Braxton Hershey's ready. I'm ready. Alright, here we go. Should you guys create this one?
Yeah. No.
The square root of 6 x cubed y to the 4th times the square root of no, I've never seen one. Math when you get higher up, but not in freshman. 12 x to the 4th y. Go for it. This is for all the marbles. This determines if we go to homework or if we keep teaching. A lot of pressure. Okay, we ready? Alright, time's at hand. Here we go. We're going to multiply 6 and 2 together to get 72. X to the 7th, y to the 5th. Am I right?
Yes.
Hey, there's your answer. Wrong.
Oh.
Wrong. Factor. 36 and 2.
X isn't 7, it's 6.
X is
3 plus 4.
It's, I was assuming.
18, 2. 9, 2. 3 and 3. So underneath our square root, we're going to have 2 3s, 2 2s, x to the 7th, y to the 5th. Okay. Everyone good so far?
Yes.
We're going to have a pair of 3s and a pair of 2s to make 6 on the outside with a 2 left over. 2 goes into 7 3 times with 1 left over. 2 goes into 5 2 times with 1 left over, and there would be your solution. We got it right. We're homework. 8-2 part 3. Hey, guess what? Tomorrow's the last day of 8-2. Oh, yeah. How about how about how big of a nightmare this section has been though, honestly? Like how much material they packed into one section? It's kind of
This is
crazy.
not a lot, this is.
You're supposed to teach us that.